Ahoy there me hearties, my name is Johnny and welcome to the Super Epic Gamer tier list video thing. So today I'm going to be going through every single legend from the beginning of the Apex games to Season 9. So yeah, it's pretty simple to be honest. So, let's kickstart this with Octane. Octane is an insanely good legend that you could actually choose back in Season 8, and he can actually still be a pretty good player to use in Ranked and in Season 9. He did get hit with a massive nerf bonk, and he went from 12 HP to 20 HP when using his tactical stim, but I'll be honest though, his passive is very helpful to use, as the quick regen of his health as well allows you to get back into the fight pretty quickly. His ultimate is actually very quick to get as well, so you'll be able to use your jump pad, jump away, and rotate as quick as possible in order to either A, get into zone, or B, go and infiltrate enemies as quick as possible. And all in all, you literally cannot stop this hyperactive beast. So for that reason, I'm going to put him straight away in S tier. Wraith, she had her moment, but not much has changed in her ability since the start of the Apex games. Wraith actually got hit with a hitbox bonk, and now she is insanely easy to hit. The Into the Void still does play a pretty good role in order to rotate as a solo player, but I'll be honest now, it's getting pretty predictable now. And I know I'm going to get a ton of crap for this but on Reddit, but to be honest, she's only just an A tier legend now. She's still good, don't get me wrong, but she still needs to get a little bit of a buff now in order for her to become an S tier legend again. Now, if you're like a hardcore man, a man that loves beer, guns, explosions, and that's it, then look no further than Fuse. Seriously, that's literally all he has. Fuse, I can't lie, he's pretty hot stinky garbage. His ultimate has potential to be one of the best features of him and probably be one of the best ultimates to have, but the Ring of Fire causes damage not to his own teammates but also to Fuse as well as his enemies. So for that reason, dude, you're going in D tier, mate, alright? Revenant does have a very interesting story, and he's actually hated by all of the legends, and according to the Apex community, he's actually very much hated there as well. His passive is very helpful though. He climbs up higher than other legends, so other legends would have to actually run upstairs or have to get up to another story in order to chase him. His crouch movement is actually very good as well. Obviously, I think that's one of his passives, like he can move around really quickly when he crouches. The ultimate actually allows teams to push as well. Obviously, you can cause a lot of damage to the enemies and then you can get sent back and then you can finish off the enemies again. He was insane in Season 7 and he was absolutely meta in Season 8. But I'll be honest, Season 9, he isn't receiving the same love. But I'll be honest though, he is still going to go in the A tier in my opinion. Horizon was so good in Season 7 and was actually picked quite a lot in Season 8 in Ranked especially, but her nerfs have made it more difficult for people to choose her. Slower cooldown timers on a tactical as well has been a massive disadvantage. The ultimate is still insanely good, but it has given her the big nerf bonk hammer. So in all honesty, she's going to be a B tier, but I'll be honest, she's a pretty low B tier. Hopefully there is something that comes out where she actually gets a buff, but I'll be honest, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Bangalore is insanely good for people who are looking for an easy legend to choose. Her passive helps her get out of situations by going supersonic while being shot or aimed at. Her tactical is very hard for people to see you, but I'll be honest, it is pretty hard to see enemies as well, so it is a pretty good thing to use in order to escape things or in order to mask yourself to get to a different rotation. Ultimate can completely stop pushes from enemies or help you isolate enemies so you can one-up them in the gunfight. And I'll be honest, she is a true OG to the Apex game, so for that reason, it's an S tier. Are you happy, Shiv? Are you happy now, mate? I'll put her in the S tier. Okay, be happy. I'll be honest, I'm not sure why Mirage is actually classed as an offensive player. His passive is very cool, actually going invisible when reviving enemies or actually respawning people from the beacons, and the bamboozling is really good too. But there needs to be a lot more from the bamboozle. I'll be honest, having something like Bloodhound's ability where you can see the enemies for a bit would actually be a lot more helpful, and it's nothing too insane, but it's something that's actually better than something where it tells you where your clone got shot. But when he is a pretty good legend to obviously respawn people and revive your teammates, I am going to put him in the B tier. If you ask me in Season 8, I would actually say that Lifeline is going to be an S tier legend by far, but the nerfs have done Lifeline absolutely dirty. Ultimate is no longer helpful anymore. The drone is actually alright, I'll be honest, like the health drone, but the passive is no longer useful thanks to actually losing the red shield. God damn you, Respawn. But for this reason, I am actually going to put it in B tier. But for God's sake, Respawn, please put the shield back in the game, but sort of had the same response as Gibby's shield on his weapon. Like, if it gets shot that many times, it actually gets lost. I think that would be such a cool thing to actually have and allow actual teams and Lifeline mains to actually revive their teammates a little bit more safely. Loba is actually really good for her. Oh, can't talk. Loba is very good. Her ultimate is very good for the beginning game to loot up and stack into the trunk. Her bracelet though is still pretty trash. Like, I know they changed it this season so it's faster than usual, but I'll be honest, it still isn't good enough. Her passive is okay, but I'll be honest, it's nothing too special. Like, yes, you can see purple items, but it's not that deep. Like, if you're going to use your ultimate, chances are you're going to see the purple items there anyway. And to the guys on r/nice guys, I'm sorry, but she is not an S tier character. She has a very big personality. But this doesn't mean that she's a great player and there are better ones to choose from. But just for you guys, I'll pop her in the A tier. Caustic used to be one of the most overpowered legends in Season 7, where he would be able to kill anyone very quickly with the gas traps and the gas ultimate. Gas traps are still pretty good to use in Season 9, but his ultimate is what let him down. It's actually quite funny, to be honest, because a Reddit user posted a video where he actually spreaded butter onto a piece of bread by the time Caustic gas got even close to killing him. I mean, you do you, boo-boo. I'll be honest though, CT does look empty, so Caustic, you're there, boy. Gibby is probably one of the most strongest defense players in the game that can also play offense when needed. Gibby's bubble has been a staple in gunfights and has helped people turn the table upside down and make the gunfight a lot more interesting. His ultimate is more immediate than Bangalore's ultimate, so it could cause more damage immediately and stop immediate pushes from other third parties. His gun shield, literally, you just can't go wrong with a gun shield. Gibby, you've got my seal of approval. Get up in the S tier. Rampart is not really one I've personally played a lot, but when I have had the chance to, there has been a few issues. Her ultimate is very good. With her AM cover as well, it can be a very good combination. But I'll be honest, the AM cover takes way too long to actually form, so it's not really going to be a very good move to push and then apply AM cover straight away. Rampart does actually collab really well with recon players and with like Loba, for example, but on her own, she isn't too good of a player. And plus as well, her passive only works on the minigun and the LMG, so it's not useful if you're actually running SMGs, assault rifles, shotguns, or snipers. So if you're anybody else but a person who eats Doritos as a 3-course meal, drinks Monster like it's your natural source of fluid, and believes that sleep is for the weak, then this legend is probably not for you. So for that reason, I'm popping her in C tier. Wattson has been hit with the almighty nerf bomb hammer with her fences. Even if they got buffed though, I'll be honest, her ultimate is absolute garbage. Octane, I think, has the same amount of regen time as Wattson's ultimate, and it does defend teams from other ultimates like Bangalore's and Gibby's, but other legends have better passives compared to Wattson's ultimate. Like, for example, you could use Octane in order to rotate, you could use Wraiths in order to rotate and get out of a sticky situation, and I'll be honest, Wattson, you're going to go into the D tier until you get a better buff. Pathfinder is probably one of the most lovable legends to play. Rotation can be really good thanks to his tactical, but I'll be honest, his tactical takes far too long to regen thanks to the nerfs to make him feel like he's more trash. But I'll be honest though, it still hasn't made him any worse of a legend. The ultimate is very good, the zipline can be very good to get into the zone quickly or to rotate, and I'll be honest, you can't go wrong with a path on your team. Valkyrie. Oh my god, she is absolutely insane for a legend. She's probably one of the best legends that we've had added into the game for a while. A lot of players are using Valk thanks to her passive. The passive is a jetpacks and it allows you to get to higher places a lot more quickly. I'll be honest though, the noise of the jetpacks is a pain in the ass, but she is able to get to places where it would take an ability to do that, or for you to climb up Mount Everest levels of stairs. Her ultimate is very good for rotation as well. Her tactical actually seems pretty equal as well. You know, like, it's not too much damage, but it is very effective to push people out of cover. But I'll be honest though, as well, when you are using your tactical, you are pretty much a sitting duck when you're in the air. I'll be honest though, you are going to go into the A tier, but trust me, Valkyrie, you are a very high A tier. Crypto, again, is another legend I don't really tend to play much. He is a very passive player and he can be a very good player if you know how to use his drone properly, and only that. The drone is very good to use, but other than that, That's it. His ultimate is actually for his drone, but I'll be honest, it would be better to see him have an ultimate that works alongside other recon players to help with rotation, search of enemies, or something along them lines. A little electric shock is pretty useless if you don't know how to use the EMP or the drone properly. So for that reason, I'm putting you in a B tier, but if they did do something where they implemented another ultimate, you could potentially be A tier, maybe even S tier. And last but not least, let's move on to Bloodhound. Bloodhound is one of the first legends I ever played when I first played Apex. Bloodhound is actually the first legend who got a win in ranked and with the Apex Legends Season 6 rank split. Their ability is so helpful if you're an aggro player. The ultimate is just as helpful and even decreases the cooldown time on abilities, so that's another W in chat. And the passive is very helpful, but isn't too essential if you're just trying to sniff tracks like a canine dog. Bloodhound, you get the seal of approval and you are an S tier legend for sure. And with that being said, guys, that's going to be the Season 9 tier list of Apex Legends. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below, do you agree with this or not? And also let me know in the comments down below, do you like this type of font of video as well, or this type of style? I'm trying to do something different on the channel, obviously, rather than doing how-tos and tutorials. I'm trying to make it as formal as possible, and all in all, I'm just trying to show my personality a little bit more. So let me know in the comment section down below what you'd like to see next, and while you're down there, feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on post notifications. And guys, my name's been Johnny, you guys have been amazing, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.